Hi everybody, this is Rick, and I want to talk to you about reducing the amount of paper that we use in the classroom. So why would we want to do that? Well, paper as an idea really is just a more portable version of this. Things are kind of fixed. So using other kinds of tools to communicate can be more flexible. And also it seems to be that paper is causing our planet to be warmer than we would like it. So those are just a couple reasons. There are others. Those are the main ones. How do we use paper? Well, there are two basic directions that paper flows. So we hand out paper to students and then they hand it back to us. So I'm going to talk about a couple of different ways that we can work with these workflows and hopefully change them. The first one has to do with teacher preparation, and that's sort of you organizing your papers and working with research, doing a little bit of organizing online to reduce that paper. Course documents, so the kinds of paper that you would be handing out to students. Submission of work from students, so the paper that they'd be handing to you. Using a back channel or communication device in class, so that not handing out so much paper, say worksheets or anything in class. And then wikis, which are a general purpose tool that can be used to substitute for a document or paper whenever. And I think they're very underutilized, great tool for organizing projects. So let's talk about Evernote for a second. Evernote is a wonderful tool. The way I think about it is that it's the modern version of the commonplace book that people used to carry around, where they would take their notes, write their notes, draw pictures, anything that was important to them, they could document. And Evernote is the modern equivalent of that. You can save anything that you see on the web into Evernote, and it's there forever, and you can organize it neatly into notebooks. And there it sits until you need it. So you may run across a website months before you are going to sit down and prepare content for a class, and you can just send that right into a notebook, say that's my prep notebook for that particular course, and just keep feeding it stuff in there as you encounter it. And then when you sit down, you've already got a bunch of material there, and you don't have like URLs scroll on a piece of paper that you're trying to call up and figure out. So wonderfully handy for that kind of organizing. I put all of my research there, any PDFs that I download or see online, so that I can just go neatly and pull them into my iPad for reading later. It's very convenient for that. Okay, you can also share folders with research collaborators or teaching partners. So that's also really neat. Obviously Canvas, any LMS, is a great tool for reducing paper, and this goes both ways. This is the placing course documents, syllabus, other kinds of readings, anything really in the course you can put into Canvas. And then receiving documents from students. So one of the great things about Canvas is that students can just upload their files in Word format, say, and then you can look at them and grade them in SpeedGrader, reducing paper flow that way. They can also upload a URL link and just use a website, say if they were using a blog, to complete their work for your course. Celly is a great tool for sort of between class communication and also as a classroom management tool in class. So it can be used to aggregate tweets, emails, text messages, all in one screen. And that can kind of help, especially if your class is just meeting once or twice a week, that can kind of help glue the class together, sort of the way Canvas does. It can also be used in class as sort of a clicker system where students would use their smartphone to answer questions. You can place polls or other kinds of structured questions in CELI, and they can answer them there. They can also be anonymous, and that allows students maybe who might not talk in class or raise their hand to contribute, say during a project. Like you're having work in small groups, you want them to output the thinking from their group, and you have the screen off, they do their work, they output it, you bring it up, and there's all of the work from the small groups, much faster than having everyone go around and talk individually, and that can help save some time during class as well, be a little bit more efficient with that. So, finally, wikis. I think wikis are so useful, and we don't use them as much as we should. Wikispaces is just one example of a platform that allows free sites for educators, and it's super easy to use. So one idea that you can, sort of maybe implement is have students do collective note-taking. Say, go make a wiki at Wikispaces for the quarter, and then divide it up by weeks, and have them collect their notes there for the course. They can collaborate, so someone might write a paragraph or two and someone could elaborate on that. They might decide to do it separately, but you can have everybody sort of work together there and edit the same page and use their collective wisdom to help each other understand what's happening in the course. Okay, so those are a few ideas about ways to reduce paper in your course. If you have more ideas, please let us know and we will pass them along. Okay, thanks.